And we are live. And there is silence in the room. I'm not used to this. Usually it's like, no, we're starting and we're live. I'm used to like
See,
a
I
good
was just
cough.
waiting for someone to say a curse word or something. That's why I was like silent.
What was that, sorry?
Coding.
I scream.
Yes.
Oh, I
It
didn't
didn't
hear
come
it.
through on this end. Now it did.
Perfectly cut screen.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, we were where were we last time? We were in
well,
the
first things
cave,
first,
right?
we need to do a couple of things.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I can intro
First things
thing.
first, I need to introduce people and go, greetings everyone and welcome back to the Devil Darlings.
First things first, Leigh needs to sing the opening this week because she's been a little bitch for the last few.
You say that, but I've got a roll for it. It's a D6 today because we're missing 2 people. Hit jar.
One, that
Were we
one.
going with this with a D6 as in the order on Discord or the order of roll 20?
Either. Not too close either way.
The order of roll 20.
Damn it. So going right to left.
No.
Because funny
Don't
part
be
is,
a
like, I
bitch.
forgot to say which one I was going to do for that. So like, oh yes, 1. So that's either me
Don't
or
be a
Michael.
little bitch.
Fine, where are the lyrics?
You know where they are.
I know, I'm loading them up.
Just trying
Let me stretch and get it. Let me just stretch and have a
to
quick drink first.
get out of it by
Mhm.
pretending
Alert.
she doesn't know where they are.
Oh, you've got Spritz Crow now, Ranna.
I know, I adopted it.
Oh yeah, I need to evolve one of those still because I've got the incense pouch and 2 of them.
Oh,
So
we can do it with the trade.
yeah. So first things first. Ahem. Any particular voice wanted or needed?
You should do it as Shikal.
Have you done it as the guide yet?
I believe I have done it as the guide. I don't know if I've done it as Shikal though. I don't even know if people on this know who Shikal is.
Oh, yeah.
Because that game started up after the whole tournament thing, so I haven't had an excuse to have them cameo yet.
Fine, Zara.
I've done it as Zyra. Let me just try and get to this more southern twang so I can get this done. And at the end of every week, each one of us becomes a geek. Tonight the DM makes a move, and all the magic of the... This is going wrong. No, the magic fills the air. I'll never... Bleh.
You having trouble English in there for a second?
I am. It's because I started failing, like, singing as a natural voice, and then it just started failing words. So,
Sounds
last
like the
time,
character's rebelling against you.
I blame tapioca,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm not having it today. Either way,
If you blame tapioca for this, I can blame gluten for everything else.
I mean, yes. So, last time on the Devil Darlings.
You cop out, bitch.
Are you honestly going to make me redo it all?
No.
Thank you, because it's coming up to 5 minutes recording, and I would very much like to get started.
It's the ball guy.
Because even though I would love to say where we start off this week and what happened last week, I think it would be funnier. Also, it just took me a while to realize that he just shouted, "It's the ball guy."
I said, it's the ball guy, and then under my breath while you were talking, I was like, oh, he only gave me basic balls.
I hate the ball guy. He creeps me out.
He's such an asshole. The only one that I love that he gives me is the moon ball. That's it.
I mean, it's that and the fact that he air humps in front of all the children.
I mean, I don't think that that's as much of an issue. They're going to learn about it one day.
Either way, so before I even say what happens,
Demonetize us. I dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
There's,
Before I even say what
there's,
happened last week, we are going to quickly cut to Banffleth,
Oh, why is this?
because you was outside creating a large distraction, if I recall right,
Hmm.
and you with your 4 creatures, one that you summed up yourself and 3 from the pouches, have been creating a well enough distraction. Una has sneaked off to try and help out with something,
Yeah.
and a couple of them at the back, after hearing an explosion happen at the other end, have kind of raced off to go inside. And it takes a
Mhm.
moment, and I'm going to need you to roll me a perception.
Ugh, Corvals. Corvals. What did we get?
15.
It's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible.
You do see a figure approaching from within, though. And it, at first,
Within the walls?
uh, within the within the stronghold itself, approaching to the front entrance where they've all run out from.
How far away is this?
Uh, if they were around 40 foot, 50 foot, this thing would
They
be
now have.
around 80 foot.
Okay. They now have a stone wall wrapping around them that reaches 10 feet high and is 6
Is this around
inches.
everything, or is this just around the thing trying to come out?
No, just around the person. Just the figure that I noticed. Just
Okay,
boop.
that means I'm
It's
gonna have
6 inches
to.
thick, pure stone wall. 'Cause it's wall of
Yep,
stone. Which is
mm,
boop.
that means I'm gonna have to quickly load up something so I can check this.
Yeah, and it's, let's see, there is a saving throw for it. It's in here somewhere. It's dexterity.
We know
A
what the
dex save. Uh, that's if it wants to try and get around it, isn't it? If it needs to make that save, or are you just
That
dropping it
would
directly on it?
be. Oh, that is only to get around it. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, I mean, unless they want to try to climb it, because
Well,
it's a completed
mm.
circle, so it's 10 feet tall, completed.
yep. As you summon up this wall around it,
Hmm.
you hear a voice call out from behind it.
Hmm.
Is this more of your tricks, Grace Martel? You won't stop me. And I'm going to roll uh slash or 3d10. Let's see what numbers it gave me. 10, a 4, and a 1. Okay, so 2 of those rays will not work. The other one won't either, because technically you can't use that on a wall. So you hear like several beams shoot off.
Pew, 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 pew.
And
Frustrated
remind me,
sounds.
how high up is this wall?
10 feet.
Okay. Let me just look to see about this, because yep, as I thought. Uh, you start to see a shape rising up from the top of the wall as it floats over. Make me a Arcana check. I think I said Arcana for this last time, since it's
yeah.
a yeah.
Pity.
Yep. I will happily give you that. Did I upload a picture of this last time, or did I just throw it into the thing?
I'm not sure.
I think I just threw it into the thing. Either way, it's a beholder. And
Yep.
it just looks down at you and these other creatures. And it is going to actually try and make a insight to see if it notices that you aren't just a tree.
Just stands very still. It's too late.
I mean, you could try and roll me a stealth.
I don't know if I'll beat that, but we'll try. Oh my!
Defender wins. It looks out. For a second, it thinks it sees you twitch. then assumes it was just the wind as it looks down at these creatures. None of you are magical enough to create such a wall. Begone, peasants. Grace awaits. And it flies. Well, not so much flies, it kind of just hovers back down. Hovers past these guys and just wanders off into the forest.
Fun thought.
Good.
My plan worked.
Yeah, the plan went perfectly. It went off without a hit.
My plan worked. A week later.
What
So
do you
yes,
mean?
basically what happened last week, given I can now do this, was as they busted their way in, they found a couple of rooms, two of which Grace explored. One of them she didn't explore too far because it was too dark.
Mm.
One of them she did enter a bit and found a beholder chained up.
Oh god.
Then they explored a couple more rooms further up. Allo found a staircase going downwards and explored. Miasma, I don't think it was Miasma actually, no, it were Trickstem entered one and kind of face planted straight into a gelatinous cube. So his eyebrows are now missing. Because Codi managed to pull him away in time before he
He's
could
just
be absorbed.
hastily scribbled eyebrows on his face.
Meanwhile, I believe it was Uylz that entered the third one. Found a displacer cub
Yeah, we've
That-
now got a displacer cub.
that you have named Charles, if I recall.
Yeah,
No.
he's named Charles.
A couple of the abominations that heard the explosion came running your way. One of them pulled out a small device. Cody managed to kill him before it technically could go off. But as far as you're aware of, it still went off anyway, which released the beholder. Which was after Grace, because since Grace didn't free it herself, it saw that as a insult towards it.
So it's off into the forest to get Grace.
Pretty
Good.
much. Because Cody tricked it and went, yeah, no, Grace went that way.
Watch it find its way all the way outside.
Granted, this was after it managed to do 3 different beams on the 3 remaining abominations that was up there, killing 2 and making 1 flee for its life.
Oh, so there's no abominations for me to fight. I'm free.
There are still several that is at the other side of the wall, but
Dang.
they seem more concerned about the beholder that's just floating around at this point. Like, most of them have rushed off to try and reclaim that. One of them, you do hear like a panicked thwack into the wall though.
Hmm.
Because one of them was feared and kind of ran away and smacked straight into the wall.
Aye.
Oh, poor Gerald.
Miasma tried to sell out Grace though with that.
Yeah.
Which Cody gave her a talking to. Meanwhile, Grace and Allo was in that staircase going downwards, along with all the abominations, which got absorbed into the wall. So they discovered the walls as it went further down are coated in flesh and skin.
Tasty.
We're going up. Oh,
If I
And
recall
both
right,
Allo and
we ended with the party going down that staircase.
we're going the hole.
So, Banfliff,
Mm.
you're pretty much left alone there aside from what seems to be frantic scrabbling on the other side of the wall.
Mm. Mm. Well, I need to look at something. Is this a touch spell? Okay. Banfliff is taking Chomp Chomp off of his back,
Okay.
putting Chomp Chomp on the ground, and casting Polymorph to make Chomp Chomp a rhino.
Okay.
And I'm sure everybody's inside, so where is there a way to turn the animals like back into things?
No,
Damn.
they'll just follow you until the next dawn or they die. So
Alrighty, well, forward nature attack.
I believe you had
Mm.
2 giant hyenas.
No, it was 2 baboons, a hyena, and then I had summoned a. Oh no. Oh no, what did I summon?
What did you summon? I tried
I
to
know
remember
I
now
summoned a
myself.
challenge 2 because I can only summon one of those, and I wanted it to be a challenge 2 rating beast.
I'm also trying to remember myself. Either way, with you summoning up a rhino and try to charge at the wall you've created.
No, not charging that wall.
Okay.
There should be space to go around it,
Oh, okay.
unless the door was only like 3 feet, 4 feet wide.
No. It's
Okay.
much wider than that.
It's like, Dad, I'm not throwing Chomp Chomp through a wall, not yet.
Okay. So you kind of just
I love
rally around. You kind of just plow past this abomination that's still scrabbling to get over the wall.
Got out of here.
And as you're charging down the hallways of this place, the rest of the party, I'm going to want perceptions with disadvantage.
Okay. Sticky.
That's an 18.
Okay. Who has not rolled?
I'll be right with you.
Alright,
By the way, Leigh, I sent you a
I saw
message.
that. Hey,
That all good?
that's all good. And I'll tell you what,
Okay.
Dion, to make up for the fact that I kind of failed to do the intro, I'll do the outro.
Okay.
Message.
Wait, what?
What?
What's it about?
What's what about?
No, it's just you randomly going, oh, because I failed to do the intro, I'll do the outro. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I'll do the
Alrighty, there
outro.
we go.
All but Trickstem. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we missing? Yeah. I had a moment there. Like, are we missing someone?
Mm-mm.
So, Trickstem, you're too
Yeah.
busy dealing with the little Charles sitting in your harness.
Oh yeah.
Uylz is probably still just munching on a mushroom. Miasma's probably still sulking about this whole situation. The rest of you, however, wait, yeah. The rest of you, yes, you do hear above the thumping heartbeat sound that is echoing through this place, a loud, thunderous coming down through the corridor that you just were in.
Oh,
Leigh,
Yes,
send me the bun.
hang on. I'll have to do
She
it in one
just
of the open windows. I mean,
instinctually pulls out her quarterstaff and just stands to.
I
yeah.
feel a disturbance in the
Fancy attention,
force.
right? So
and I still think that I have the Guardian out, don't I?
The Guardian?
No,
Oh, yes.
if you're active, Ranna, they would be hurting us.
That is true.
That's true.
We're all just stood there going, ow, ow,
It's
ow,
just pushing
ow.
you back, being
Just
like,
slowly
no, you're not
getting
coming
back.
further down. You're not coming further down. There you go. I sent it.
Dankeschön.
But,
Imagine
yes,
Cody would get
Banfleth.
very tired of that.
As you're charging down, you do see
Mm-hmm.
what seems to be a crumbled statue on the ground, a literal pile of dust, and several open doors. And one door that looks to be hastily closed, as well as the wall on the far end, just broken down, showing the outside world.
Hmm. Do I have it? I do! Oh, this is gonna be fun. So the door that was hastily closed is
Yes.
going to get down off of Chomp Chomp.
Okay.
And I believe... I just want to make sure...
Okay, so Feral Incineroar is cool.
I just got a Fujin's lamp for another Tornadus.
Shit. Okay. So, well, I guess Chomp Chomp's a rhino for a while. Just reading Polymorph. He is going to reach into his chest, pull out a small seed,
Yep.
place it at the base of the door, and cast Plant Growth, as he has planted an ivy seed on the floor, covered in a small pile of dirt, as it consumes and wraps like around, creating a wall in front of the door.
Okay.
Ta-da! And then he jumps back on Chomp Chomp, and they slowly walk as Chomp Chomp sniffs the ground to see where everybody went. Which, do I still have Chomp Chomp? I
Oh,
do still have Chomp Chomp's sheet.
indeed.
Survival or perception?
I would say survival check. Given you're trying to track.
He has -2 in survival.
Oof.
I mean, the hyenas.
Yeah, the
This is
hyenas
true.
could roll too.
I
Yep.
do not have them, but what is... It would just be a flat d20, right?
50 giant hyena.
Yeah. And baboon.
Yeah, I'll be looking up the baboon stats in a sec as well. Hyenas. If I recall right, tracking is based off wisdom, isn't it? Like survival.
Yeah.
Yes.
So giant hyenas would get a +1. So that's
But they all should have scent, I believe.
skills perception +3, sense is passive perception 13.
Yeah, but scent usually gives advantage on tracking.
They don't have scent.
Rolls to track. Oh, weird.
And this isn't like a random thing. This is on Roll20 itself, giant hyena. Doesn't give scent
Weird.
for them.
Then what is the baboon?
The baboon, oddly enough, it doesn't give stats for a giant baboon, so it'd just be normal
It's
baboon
a
stats.
baboon.
What, sorry?
It's just a normal baboon.
Okay.
Wasn't a giant.
It'd be +1 for them.
Okay.
+1.
So, nope, not
One
the
of
baboon though.
One of them does.
Okay, so Chomp Chomp struggling to find it. The hyenas have actually gone over to one of the other. Well, they've gone over to the other closed door and are sniffing at it. The baboon, however, has gone to the open door with a staircase going downwards. Is just pointing down it.
Well, I'm gonna go with that one, and we're gonna go that way. We're just yeah, and just like his arm kind of grows out into a long tendrily vine, wraps around the hyena's neck like a leash and collar, and then just starts dragging the hyena away from the door.
Okay.
We're going this way.
They're like,
Yeah. I want what's in there. No. Oh no, better yet, like one of the Labradors that you see, like just like sulking, laying on the ground as the person drags them down the sidewalk.
they're like,
Just like, damn.
Do I be this evil now? You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure. Give me, as you're pulling these hyenas towards you. First
The
things
one
first, give me
hyena.
an animal handling.
Oh, I mean, I'll do you one better.
Please do.
Leigh,
Yes.
they have to listen.
Oh, they do. Okay, never mind then.
Like,
I was gonna say, I'll give you animal friendship, motherfucker, if you want to play that game.
I mean, I do want to make this game, but not for that now.
We're gonna go this way. Down the stairs.
So yes. Those of you who heard it, so everyone but Trickstem, the has stopped, but you are hearing someone coming down the staircase now.
who goes there?
Hello, hello, hello.
I am going to want.
Oh.
I'm going to say, given that, should I have one of you lot roll for this, or should I roll for this?
Question.
I'll roll for this, given technically it's an NPC and not one of you lot. It gets +4 to this. Yeah, it will just about catch a scent of this.
Uh-oh.
Those of you that are down there, you watch Charles sniff the air, catch a whiff of the baboon and the hyenas, just growl, shudder, and you see the vision of the large displacer beast appear on the stairs.
No, Charles.
Oh,
Charles. Put it away.
Animal handling.
Put it away.
It still growls. Not so much you, it's more because it can smell something coming downwards.
Away.
Banfley,
Mm-hmm.
you see now on the stairs just in front of you a large displacer beast blocking the stairway.
Oh, look at you. He like tiptoes down the stairs and boops it on the nose. Aren't you just a
Make me
cutie?
a wisdom save.
Wisdom saves.
Yes. So if I recall right, this is
Wow,
what
that's
is
my
needed.
nat 1 right there.
Yeah, with a nat 1. Yep, you boop it on the nose.
Who goes?
finger goes through it.
No, because given how illusions work with this, you need to pass a wisdom save to know that it is a illusion, if I recall right.
Pokes
Yep.
around the illusion. Hello.
So, given that it was a fail, you are quite literally poking this thing and feeling it to be real.
Terribly not afraid of it.
Yeah, it still seems to be holding its ground.
Is that you there, Cody?
Cody? Who the fuck's Cody?
I think that was an accent.
Yeah, but seriously, who the fuck is Cody?
You, my dear.
My name's
Cody.
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 Not
Yes,
Cody.
Cody.
No, Cody.
Cody, I think it's an accent.
Fight me if you dare, raccoon.
Raccoon?
Normally it's rabbit.
Cody doesn't look like a raccoon, though.
I must have been forgetting to put my glasses on. Puts on a small pair of glasses. Oh, yes, you're right. It's a rabbit.
Why do I imagine just like I forgot to put on my glasses? Just grows a tiny piece of like
This
a
grows
little
like a
vine.
monocle. Just one monocle. Oh, yes. It is a rabbit.
Well, anyway, we're all back together now. This is good. We should put down to this big well, whatever beastie awaits us.
Yep.
Awaits
So
us
says
down
the
there.
bouncer. Call me a rabbit again and I'll use you for firewood.
If you use me for firewood, I will be the tree right behind you.
You can try!
Anyway.
It's going to make a insight
We should
+2. Fun. Yep, nope, the displacer beast is still there. It doesn't know that Banflip's a friend.
Charles! Drop the illusion.
A question,
Charles?
are the walls still covered in flesh?
Flesh and skin, yes.
Flesh and skin. And does it look healthy and living?
It looks living, but healthy not so much.
but still alive.
Oh yeah, you can tell by the throbbing and
I'm touching the wall.
Ew, don't touch it with your hand.
Touching
It's
it and I'm casting Blight.
also make me another animal handling, Codi.
I want to know what happens. I am curious. It's been killing me ever since you said the walls were covered in flesh. I was like, I want to know.
Charles will look at you, and the displacer beast will vanish.
Oh, fine and dandy. Let's get started then. Places his hand on the wall.
Yep. And it
I'll
needs
be
to make a con save against this.
I will
Otherwise,
just
it'll be
give.
taking 50 damage.
I'll just be giving Charles scritches.
Yep. Okay. Hang on.
I don't know how a building makes a con save. We're going to do this.
That's assuming that it's a building.
This is very true.
Mhm. Just
I
reading
almost
this about.
picture it as Allo and Banfliff. That's assuming that it's alive. This is very true. Or that's assuming it's a building. You never know these days. People become buildings, buildings become people.
Just
It's a
looking at
vicious
stuff.
cycle.
Okay. That is all I needed to know.
Uh-oh.
So you place your hand against it
Mm-hmm.
and let surges of energy, of necrotic energy, run
Mhm.
into this wall.
Mm-hmm.
You see at first, the walls tremble. Allo, you've been keeping an eye on that one particular face that's still within the wall. It seems to be a bit more active. It seems to be writhing around like it's trying to scream in pain with no voice.
Ooh,
And yet, it doesn't seem to have taken any damage.
That's all I needed to know.
mm.
Alrighty there, folks. Where are we heading?
We're going to the butthole.
I assume we're
And I
still
know for
going
a
down,
fact
but at
I'm
the
not.
same time, I don't want to step on the floor.
I'm going to the butthole.
I don't know if it's because you're breaking up or not, but are you quite literally saying I'm going down the butthole?
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty.
Do I need
That's
to? Do I need
exactly
to?
what Cody's saying.
Do I quite literally need to bring up the V word again?
That's the opposite of that.
I mean, there is a V word for more than one place of the body.
No,
Yeah.
she was 4.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure that's another word entirely.
Either
Yeah, no,
way,
talking
before we
about
go,
4.
let's
How
sort of,
long does polymorph generally last?
let me look it up. Fiffy
Isn't it like
polymorph.
an hour or something?
Hell no.
Uh, Fiffy polymorph lasts. Casting turn rage duration. Concentration up to 1 hour, so it is gone now.
Oh, okay. Thank
But she does
Jesus.
cast blight.
Yep. So, good. I'm putting him back on my back like a backpack. And since he stretches, his little toes can link themselves together. Chomp chomp backpack, let's go!
Is Blight a concentration spell?
No, but
No,
it
but
breaks
polymorph is.
concentration.
No, it doesn't.
Does it not? I
No.
thought if you cast another spell while you've got a concentration
No,
spell
it's
up,
only
it does.
if you cast. It's
As
only if
long
you
as
cast another concentration spell.
Oh.
Or unless the spell itself specifies.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm ending it either way.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
ending my
say you can
concentration
quite literally
on
choose
him.
to
I
end
want
polymorph.
Chomp Chomp backpack. It keeps him way safer.
Yeah, yeah, you can
I
choose
Chomp Chomp
literally
to.
backpack.
thought that you were gonna polymorph the freaking flesh wall for a second.
See, I thought about it, but then I also thought Banfliff would assume that if Blight has done no damage to the building, then Polymorph would sure have no effect on this awkward living creature that we are currently in/outside.
If this thing's as big as I think it is, I'm gonna kill it from the inside.
You already are on the inside, my dear. Well, I
Can
don't
I?
know. I see skin, so this might be the outside.
It's the outside.
Yeah,
We confirmed this last time.
yeah.
So,
Well then, into the further.
indeed. So as you go further down the staircase.
Is it dark in here?
Yes.
Down the butthole.
Is it dark in here? Yes. Dark vision.
Yeah.
I don't have it built in because I'm a
Oh,
tree,
That's
so
actually a good point. Because I know the party does have dark vision, aside from Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Butthole.
I am casting dark vision on myself.
Is it a cantrip or is it a...
No,
It's a spell.
Okay.
It's a second level spell.
Oh.
So I have
Hmm.
So I cast a spell slot to do this.
So, Grace,
Yeah.
are you... You've got some options of how you can try and see down here then, since you don't have dark vision. You do have
I was
torches.
gonna see if she'd,
Oh, go on.
yeah, I was assuming she grabbed an explorer's pack or something. I assume I got one of those for her.
Yeah, I mean,
Because that was mod.
everyone gets to like choose from an Explorers pack or a Dungeoneers pack as such when they make the character, so you should have one of those
Okay,
with torches.
so, yeah, she'd have lit one of her 10 torches.
Okay. So, as you light the torch, and everyone around you that had dark vision, the torchlight is kind of affecting you, but at the same time, it just means that you can see.
Yeah.
It's just like we were comfortably in the dark. Then.
Pretty much, it's like when you're in a dark. It's like when it's like midnight in your room, and you just put on your phone. And it's the bright light.
No, it's like phasmophobia when somebody like takes a picture and you happen to be standing in front of them because nobody can see anybody and the flash just blinds you.
That reminds me, I should look to see how much that is, given I've got my new laptop, because I could probably play that now.
Oh yeah, I do need
Um,
to see if I can play that too.
So,
Well,
Leigh,
yeah.
yes,
I had a chicken burger.
Sugar?
Chicken burger.
you had a chicken burger.
Yeah. It's really good.
I'm getting confused. I had a chicken burger. In this pokey form, phantasmophobia?
No, in real life.
So, as the torch is lit, and everyone's dark vision kind of goes a bit funny at first, you make your way down these fleshy stairs. The feeling for those that are not wearing shoes is still quite weird. It's pretty much like walking on a sponge floor.
It's sticky.
Allo just kind of sort of climbs onto Ben.
The weird thing is, and I know this sounds really awkward, I think the first thought in Banfliff's mind is, nutritious.
Uh,
Walking across this floor.
as you are walking down, however, you will be starting to smell something vile just hit your noses.
Gosh, what died?
Not so much what died, it's more a case of
What
it's
rotting?
the smell of like if someone set their hair on fire.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case then she says, oh gosh, what got burnt? Heavily burnt.
What got burnt? Holding torch up in fleshy
Oh, God,
walls.
I know, but that's nowhere near anybody. But no, like I assume this is like something
You
being
just
burnt
burn
by a torch
hair
times like
up
4.
ass.
Puts the torch to the ceiling. Does anybody else smell that?
Pretty much, like
It's not actually the torches.
Literally-
I assume it's not, but
The burning hair smell is just Grace accidentally burning its ass hair off as we're walking down this tunnel.
I mean, with that smell, I will let you make an investigation if you want to.
Can I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know where it's coming from.
maybe.
I'll let
19.
you all make an investigation. Can I? Yes.
Alright.
Yes, you can.
Banfliff, nat 20.
So what did you get there, Allo?
19.
Okay. So we're just
Good
waiting
move.
to see what Grace gets.
Grace, dear, have you been holding it too close to your head again?
Actually, yeah, that makes sense, given Grace went, where is that smell coming from? Codi, Allo, and definitely Banfliff. Yeah. You notice
Actually,
that
I'll-
these walls, they do
Mhm.
occasionally like have patches of hair or fur on them in places. And you quite let you think the torch has just kind of burnt a patch of that as you've been going down.
Hmm.
We were correct. You are actually burning the fur. I was
No.
making a joke about the ass hair thing.
Here, let me
Oh,
fix our
what was
little
that?
situation. Banfliff is going to reach inside of Chomp Chomp,
Okay.
pull out a candle. He is then going to grow his body into what would look like a lantern. And he puts the candle inside and makes a small twig to light on his finger and light the candle, and then hands it to Grace.
Okay. So you've been
And
handed
This will
a.
solve our problem.
puts out the torch. Thank you.
Yep, that will avoid
I really
burning
appreciate
any
that.
fur in that one unless you hold it directly to a wall now.
Either that or, like, holds it up under her hair. Does anybody smell that again?
It also means
Oh,
that
God!
since it
Shut
is
one
a
second.
smaller area of light, whoever's at the front of the party won't be having their dark vision affected by it as long as they don't look back.
I'm at the front.
10 seconds.
And it's special wood, so it is not easy to destroy because Banfliff himself is not easy to destroy.
Indeed. So, as you make your way down and you get to the bottom of the stairs, ahead of you seems to be another long corridor.
Oh, God damn it! More
The
walking.
difference this time is where you've been seeing doors last time. This time it quite literally looks like there are no doors in this place, just openings.
Well,
Openings, like
you
what
know,
trapdoors is there?
Like,
I once traveled to a place like this. They didn't care if you saw them nude, so be very careful when you look around the corners. You never know what you'll see.
the best way to describe it is imagine a doorway, but it's like the flesh has just coated the walls as well.
Like a
Right.
nude lovin'.
Yeah. Like, you get the feeling the reason there are no doors here is because once the flesh reached here, it either just covered the door as well or just broke the door down.
Okay. So, and how many of these fleshy sort of
I,
entryways are there?
I'm going to say 3 on the left, 2 on the right.
Right.
Hmm.
Well,
And up ahead seems
this
to
is
be
going to
just
be
like
an icky
a
job.
T-junction.
Well, this is going to be an icky job regardless. What are we thinking?
I mean, we can always look into each room. Everybody choose a room. See if we find anything interesting and meet back in the hallway.
Can I just go down this hallway and stab something?
As long as it's not the walls, my dear. I have suspicions about the walls.
I'm eventually gonna be stabbing the walls anyway.
You cast Blight on a wall and it does nothing. I highly doubt your dagger's going to do very much.
I don't have daggers. I have magic greatswords.
Okay, I'm going to try, and she points to an entrance. This one here. So,
Well, then I'll take the
So,
one across the
excellent
hall.
idea. We'll,
okay. So I'm going to say, given I said 3 on the left, 2 on the right, if I recall right.
Mhm.
From nearest to you to furthest, from on the left wall, you got 1, 2, and 3. On the right wall, you've got 4 and 5. Hang on.
No, seriously, Grace, don't piss off any more beholders. I barely convinced that other one to leave you alone.
So it's like you got 1,
Beholder?
2,
of course not. Sorry about
3,
that.
4, 5.
There's
And you
supposed
got
to be a
like,
map up.
no, I'm just drawing it down here.
No, she's like, oh, of course not. If I see any freakish orbs, I'll just step right of the room.
Okay.
So Banflith is going to numero
This
uno.
one.
Hang on a sec. If I do this so I know where people are going to. Banflith is at 1. Grace, you said you were going to 1 on the left as well.
Yeah, sure.
2 or 3?
2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Allo is just pinging for 3 there. Codi.
I'll check out 4 then.
Okay.
Oh,
Trickstem. Are you going to 5? Or are you going to go to the T-junction? Or are you going to follow one of the others?
Yeah, I'll go to 5.
Okay.
Ah!
What?
I started moving the Codi drawing, and it removed one of her ears.
Oh no!
And now she's lost her horns.
Oh god, yeah, it's that on Trickstem's head. Also, I forget if I kept this up here. I didn't yet. I just want to do
I'm
something now
planning on
because
trying to move my
I want to.
broken arm, but
Hang on. Did this not save? Restore? Oh, it did save. So yeah. While I'm just thinking this out quickly, I've got something here that I'm going to do that I've done as well on the Tuesday again, just to mess with Josh. Because I remembered you can have animated GIFs as your token, so I made that.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
freaky.
Oh wow, it worked.
You made Poppy.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a dice. Let's see who gets their thing first. Oh, Banflith.
Hello! I chose number 1 for a reason. It's very lucky to me. Banflith is just going to peek inside the room.
Okay, let me just roll this again to see which one. As
I might
you
bounce.
enter the room, there doesn't seem to be too much issue as you do. Just seems to be a large wall with what seems to be just like thicker cylindrical shapes, just like
Hmm.
raised slightly out of the wall.
Hmm. Anything else or just that?
It just seems to be those at the moment, just the thick, fleshy bumps on the wall.
Alrighty. Well, in that case then, he is going to reach into his chest again.
Yep.
And pull out a slightly larger seed from last time
Okay.
and place it in the floor, which
So,
I'm assuming is also flesh.
yep. I will say this as well.
Mhm.
They were on the far end of the wall, so as you entered, like say from here, they would have been on here.
Okay. Well, he's going
So,
to be like here in the center of the
Yep.
room.
so as you go to
And
place the go on.
he's just going to boop.
Yep. As you place the seed, you see the thick protrusions quiver, and I'm going to need a deck save.
Damn it.
These thick protrusions peel away from the wall. Before you realize what is going on, you feel yourself grasped by what seems to be quite a sizable hand.
Goody. Well, with that, I'm going to continue with what I was doing. There's a reason I was doing this.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to.
Oh.
When I say a sizable hand, I don't mean one that's just grabbed you by the shoulder. It's got all it's got all 4 of the fingers and the thumb, quite literally wrapped around your body, pinning your arms to your side.
Ooh.
Basically, think Wallmaster from Legend of Zelda, but if it was also still connected to the wall with what seems to be a bit of an arm.
So it is still connected to the wall?
Yes.
I actually think I have a thing for this, don't I? I do.
oddly enough, it doesn't seem to be trying to crush you.
That is
Okay.
fine.
So
I
it
am
needs to
poison
make a con
spraying the
save.
wrist.
Isn't that? Don't you need to make hand movements to use poison spray?
Do you?
What's
I've
its
always used it as like,
I don't know what
for
happened.
most of my creatures, I've always used it as a breath attack.
It's yeah, but is it verbal, somatic, material?
Let me just look that up quickly. 50 poison spray.
That's a great question.
Poison spray. Quite literally, as the text says, you extend your hand out towards a creature you see within range.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, Raka.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just like,
It doesn't seem to be crushing you at the moment, though. If anything, it just seems to be examining you, just by giving like a little bit of a squeeze and then like running the thumb over you. Maybe on like the leafy parts on top of your head, as if it's
Alrighty
trying
then.
to work out what you even are.
I'm a tree. I can give you a tree if you'd like. That's what the seed is.
A long time since I've seen a proper tree, I guess.
Pretty much. Also, it doesn't seem to be able to hear you.
Probably nowhere near its ears.
A shame. Well,
Well, that's going on. Let me just quickly roll to see who we're going to visit next. Because this is all going
yeah.
to be happening at the same time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like, oh shit, I gotta run and do something really quick anyway, so perfect timing. So he's just gonna kind of like sit there and talk to Chomp Chomp. You know, they're in this together.
Allo,
and his two little nature spirits.
as you approach your doorway, it's dark in this room.
Oh
Like
no.
too dark for even my dark vision dark?
Oh yes, dark vision, yeah.
I was gonna say, if it's breaking through her dark vision, Fauna, don't go into the room. It's magical darkness.
Yeah, no, you could see it go down, but it looks like this room goes down for quite some way. To the point where it would
Why do
actually
I
probably
keep
go
finding
beyond your
the
dark vision.
stairs?
What was that, sorry?
I always seem to find the stairs. How interesting.
This isn't stairs.
It's not stairs.
No. What you can see, however, though, are a lot of hers in this room.
Going to tickle it with the end of a freaking bow quill again.
Okay. So, you take your bow quill, you start to tickle these hers, and you feel a gush of wind kind of drag you in a little bit.
Oof.
And then I'm going to need a dex save.
Okay. 18.
You grab onto some of these hers as a loud and violent gush of wind blows past you and almost takes you off your feet.
Is it almost like a laugh type situation, or is it just a good there?
Make me an investigation.
Okay. 19.
Well, judging by the fact that there's a lot of hers in here, it goes down a bit. The large intake of wind and then the sudden expel of wind once you use that thing. Add on to that the fact that your hand seems to now be in a large globule of green goo. Yeah, you feel like this may be akin to like a giant nostril and it just sneezed.
Gross, but cool at the same time. I'm gonna keep tickling.
Okay, if you're going to keep tickling, you're going to need to make another dex save. Another one.
21.
Yep, yet again. A loud sneeze happens. You do come off your feet at this time, but given you're holding the nose hairs, you don't get blown out of the room. Everyone else, you've quite literally heard what's the akin to like 2 loud sneezes just race through this place.
I'd like to investigate further into the room, but at the same time, I don't know how far down the nose goes.
Okay, so as you're going further in, are you going to be careful as you go in?
Yes. It's a nose after all. I don't want to get fall down in it.
Roll me a dex check first.
The normal dex check.
Yeah.
15.
Yep, you managed to avoid any major nose hairs, just to make sure you don't cause it to sneeze again. And as you feel like you're getting towards the end of it, the roof is coming downwards a bit, like it's a slope down. Then you see a large hole in the floor. You get the
Fine.
feeling that if this is a large nose that you are in, this is probably where it goes further down in.
Hmm. That's not going to lead somewhere nice.
So I feel like
It's
I
a
need to
Oh.
make, I feel like I need to make notes for these things. So that one is a. I need a larger text
Nope.
size.
The key brain ahead.
Hang on a sec.
Oh,
So
Cody go up there.
that's a nose. That's a hand.
Let
Oh
Cody
yeah, that
go
was
in
the
it.
thing.
Okay. So who is going to be next up on the list?
He'll cause it a cranial bleed.
Okay. And okay. Trickstem. As
Yes.
you approach your door,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna slowly open it.
It is already open.
Oh, well, I will slowly walk in then.
As you slowly walk in, the floor feels different. Feels more muscular. Feels a bit
Oh.
bumpy. Feels like it's quivering. The end of the room just seems to be an open hole that
I'll
leads downwards.
explore. Well, I won't go down, but I'll go like further in.
Okay. As you go further in, you see something dangling just above where the hole is. Just seems like a small fleshy nub, if anything.
This is
Mouth.
like the mouth.
Well, first of all, uh, make me a dex save. Yeah, you manage to keep your footing as the floor moves underneath you. And indeed, at this point, you do see the teeth lining the walls.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be eaten.
1d20, let's see. It has not closed its mouth yet. The doorway is still open.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out.
Are you going to be fast or sneaky?
I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
Stealth. Nat 20!
I
Fucking
am
out
happy
of
about that.
there.
Like, quite literally. It's not even a case of being extremely sneaky. You just like slide across so you're not putting too much pressure on the tongue before you manage to get out of the mouth. And yet you do now
Phew.
see the teeth lining this doorway.
Well, that is horrifying.
So now we know that number 5 is the mouth. Are you noticing a pattern yet?
I'm but
What? Let us find out who is next. Whoa, that's sorry, Cody.
Cody's just there like, I'm going up the butthole.
I don't think that's one of these. you enter somewhere. There is a blockage. You think you hear a deep voice going, "Detach my back passage." Let me see. Actually, it is Cody's turn.
Hold on. Yep, go inside.
Which does Cody discover? Cody, as you go to approach this, the room is quite dark. Just doesn't even seem to be that large. Just seems to be quite a shallow room. But on the fleshy wall on the other side, seems to be like, what's the opposite of concave? Because concave's like dips in. What would it be for dipping outwards?
Convex.
Convex. With a line running along the wall.
Oh, I
With
found the
hers.
eyeball.
Well, I mean, out character-wise, yes. In character-wise, given this is all happening at the same time, I don't think you would have got the notification yet from the rest going, there is a hand grabbing me, or a chew, or, oh god, it's the mouth, I don't want to be eaten.
I mean, to be fair, you said we heard the sneezes.
That is true. Actually, to be fair, given this is all happening at the same time, you will be hearing the sneeze now. It would also be round about now when Trickstem discovers that this is the mouth, and Banflip is grabbed by the hand.
It was all Ranna's fault.
No, it's not.
Actually, that's a good point. I should have done something else there with Trickstem. But he got the nat 20. Not the 20, he got an 18, so it's fine. Otherwise, he would have kind of been sneezed out.
I'm gonna poke it with the tip of my sword.
So you poke this giant fleshy thing. And the walls part ways vertically. And yes, there is a large bloodshot eye staring at you.
Oh, hi!
Uh-oh.
It does focus on you.
Hi! I challenge you to one-on-one combat!
And just as you manage to get out of the mouth, Trickstem, you watch the tongue and the mouth just let out a guttural.
Ew.
As if it's trying to respond to Cody, but didn't quite make out what she said.
It starts blinking in Morse code.
I wanna fight you!
Are you shouting this?
Yeah.
Okay. It is going to try and make a perception with disadvantage. Actually, no. Before I make it with disadvantage, Grace, would you have entered your room?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get
now I
out
do
of the
need to
room.
make it with disadvantage then.
Grace has the ear.
I mean,
15.
it still scored a 15. It definitely heard you. And as it focuses on you, the eye getting narrow. Make me a perception, Cody.
I'm gonna go right up your butthole and kill you from the inside.
Why are you obsessed with this?
I don't know. Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Pamphlet. It's at this point when you are dropped, and the arm and hand rushes past you
Oh my.
and barges its way into Cody's room.
And this is when I just fabulously pick up my seed, put it back in my chest, and
Do I hear this thing coming?
Do you hear this thing coming?
Or see it coming? You had me roll a perception.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm going to shank it in the eye with my fire sword.
It is going to try and make a save on this
A save?
to see if it can close its eye in time.
I will stab through its eyelid.
If I recall right, I was having this for the deck save for it, so
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
there's that. Oh, yeah,
doing
there's
you
no way
stab
of
the
stopping
eye.
that. There's no stabbing that.
Stabby stab.
And as you stab the eye, the eyelids do
Twanky.
close in like a reaction. And yeah, the hand is going to grab you.
I'll be holding on to my sword still.
Yep. In fact, if anything, it's going to have to try and make a grapple check.
Yep.
Because it can't see now.
Well, it's also that because I know Codi would just put her weight on. And despite the fact that this is a creature as large as it is, that is still going to end up having to be a grapple check. So I'm going to need a acrobatics or athletics from Codi.
Means business.
Even with the +7 it gets, yeah, no. Codi just clings onto her sword as it's in the eye. As it just tries to grab you, but it's struggling to do so given the size of this room as well. And the size of you. Like the best way I can describe this is if you try to if there were like a flea on your arm, and you just try to grab it just by swiping your hand at it.
Cody's just laughing.
Trickstem, make me a dex save.
Yeah.
You actually managed to grip onto one of this thing's lips as it lets out a screech of pain.
Ah!
Allo, dex save as well.
Oh no. I got a 10.
Oh. Allo,
Eh.
this thing has just quite literally taken a deep breath to do that scream. So yeah, you're dragged into this thing. You're dragged into the hall by a gush of wind, gush of air.
Plugs the nostril.
Just like activate your spirit guard
Guys.
inside its nose.
I mean, I am technically small enough I could probably go all the way down into the lungs.
Just do spirit guardians while you're inside it, like.
This is true, I can do that.
It can't get out of your radius. If you're inside it.
So, in the
Well,
meantime,
now what?
what does Grace find himself?
Well, first things first, you are falling down this hole, Allo. So you can make me a strength check to try and grab onto any hers to avoid this.
Might as well.
Actually, thinking on it. Considering the spirit guardians are technically like a small horde of fae,
Yeah.
could I just summon them and they can grab me out of the air?
Pop up the spell for us.
Don't think spirit guardians can do that.
It doesn't specify that they can't. I mean, they are physically active.
They're spirits though as well.
Oh, they're fae.
But they're still spirits. They don't physically exist technically.
It doesn't say that they can do that. It just describes it as an attack kind of thing, like an AoE attack that just keeps on going on. Doesn't say that you can
It's
command them to help you out, unfortunately.
it's
Mm,
technically the same with spiritual weapon. You
Yeah.
can't use that for anything other than just attacking with shit.
So unfortunately, no, that wouldn't be any help.
alright. Um. Okay, I definitely don't want to fall now, so I guess I'll try for a strength check.
Okay,
Let's see if it's actually a good check this time. 15.
just about. You just about grab some Sorcerers to avoid yourself from being inhaled. I know I'm on this. So yes, we will get to Grace now, though. Grace,
Yeah.
this room is extremely small as you
Right.
enter it,
Okay.
to the point where you would have to like crawl a bit to get in.
It's like just like mumbling to herself, like, yep, like, yep, this is punishment, this is punishment. And she
Uh,
like ducks right down.
Yet again, a bit of her in here as you go in. So, given how small this place is, they will be being singed a bit by the candle.
Oh, of course.
There is
Um,
also what seems to be thick yellow substance in here.
like, I'm guessing she just accidentally like puts her hand in it or something.
Yep,
It's like,
it's quite a waxy substance.
wiping her hands on it, trying to get it off her hands.
Yep, it's at this point where you would hear a couple of loud sneezes, and then shortly afterwards, a loud screech.
Does she know exactly what these sounds come from?
Uh, the sneezes sounded like they came from your right. The loud screech sounded like it came from behind you.
So she could easily put two and two together and say we're basically at the creature's head.
Make me an intelligence.
Um, a minute. Intelligence.
Yeah, an intelligence check.
Oh, of course, it check. Yeah. So I roll where the stat is right, not the actual.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
24. First, you start to think that, yeah, this could be the creature's head,
Mm-hmm.
and then a worse thought comes to mind.
Yeah.
What if the fact that you saw this thing absorb a creature into itself?
Mm-hmm.
What if this is just an accumulation of all the creatures? What if the large creature itself, the thing you've been sent here to fight, has just been absorbed into this thing as well and is somewhere else? And this itself is a different being, the creature that it has been absorbed into.
Right. So basically, the creature that. So basically, just thinking that the big dog creature that we came to fight has just been absorbed into this thing, basically.
Pretty much, that is your theory at the moment.
Okay. So she's like, yeah, she just calls out. She's like, Codi, everybody. I,
Uh,
I, I, I think I think, I think the beast we came to fight is I don't know. It may have been absorbed by this bigger creature. You know, the one we're inside.
Somewhere
Just
off.
which is bad news for us, by the way. Which I'm sure you know.
So,
But they say, but good news, we are around the we are in the face and face and head area, so we could so there'll be so there would be plenty of holes for us to get out of, right?
I should probably also note at this time as well, Miasma and Jules, they went down to the T-junction just to make sure nothing was coming.
Cody's just still flailing around on this thing.
Yeah. Trickstem,
Well said. Oh, sorry.
Trickstem and Banflith, you are seeing that, by the way. Banflith, obviously, you saw the arm stretch in and punch into that room. Trickstem, yeah, given that you are outside as well, just kind of clinging onto a lip, you see that arm stretching into the room that Cody's in. We've caught him maniacally laughing.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Inferno.
Oh.
Hello. I finished a bit earlier than I expected, and what the fuck is that background?
Oh wait, yeah. So it's just I'm gonna be seeing as the party initially agreed to meet back up after exploring and seeing what was what. She's just gonna make her way back out.
Okay, so you
Continuing
make your
with
way
that
back
plan.
out. You've still got some of the waxy residue just on your sleeves and such. And as you get out, you do see the large arm-like structure jutting out of the room on your right to the room across. The room that you hear Cody maniacally laughing in. You see Trickstem clinging onto what seems to be two large lips as the tongue thrashes. And there is no sign of Allo or Banflith, because Banflith is still in that room doing something.
I mean, I don't know if I can technically get out of the room. I'm
There would...
fairly large,
Oh
and
yes, you are
unless that
large.
arm is small, like the only thing I could do would be to what I was originally going to do, which is grow a tree in this room.
I know this is
And
all
I
happening
don't
at
know
once.
if that would go over very well.
I know this is all happening at once. But I guess well, we circling back around to what's going on with things because I guess this happened within the next few seconds, right?
Yeah.
I can
Also,
get out of my room.
I should also just do this just to catch Inferno up, given that we do have a Miasma with us now.
Yeah.
Miasma, you made
Yes.
it all the way down. There were 5 rooms in this fleshy corridor.
Oh.
The party's been going into it while you and Jules went down to the T-junction at the end to make sure nothing was going on. And in order, what's happened is the 5 have gone into each of their own rooms. And then you heard 2 loud sneezes and Allo almost fly out. You saw Trickstem enter their room and then quickly race back out as teeth claws down. You saw Cody go into a room, and then maniacal laughter as an arm raced out from the room Banflith went in and raced into the room where Cody was in as the mouth started screaming. And now you've just watched Grace exit the room with what seems to be yellow substance on her arm. Essentially put, the rooms had the 5 senses in them. And Cody stabbed the eye.
I'm assuming that. Oh, wait, what voice is that? That's fucking Brute's voice, isn't it? I'm assuming. Give me 5
Oh
seconds
my
to find the
god, I don't
voice.
even have to waste a spell slot for this, Leigh.
Go on, Mias. Go on, Inferno.
I'm assuming that Pixie came out from the nose.
No, Grace came out from...
Grace, sorry.
Given the yellow substance, and given that you put the 2 and 2 together, you assume that Grace came out of the ear.
Ugh.
Given where you heard the sneezes, Allo went in the nose and has not come back out yet.
Well, I'm gonna go into the nose and see what's going on.
Yep, you don't see You don't see Allo in the nose. Allo, make me a perception.
Like,
This would be based on hearing.
12.
Okay, Grace, not Grace, sorry, Miasma, make me a perception.
Perception, if it would load, would be nice. Welcome to Roll20, giving me really bad rolls. Let's go. Not great, not bad. I'm just gonna. Okay, never mind. It's somewhat decent.
Yeah.
Just take the first one off your test and the second time.
As you enter here, there are a lot of hairs in this room, just like coating the walls and the floor.
Hmm.
And given you heard
Oh,
sneezes from this,
Yeah.
you kind of get the feeling you may want to avoid the hairs, unless you trigger a sneeze.
Well, first off, I'm gonna take one test. How far in are the hairs?
They're all over.
Like, okay, so I'm gonna stand at the very entrance. I'm gonna take out, just stretch out my hands, and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Haha, I'm not the only one attacking the organs.
So, as you cast Burning Hands to singe its nose hairs,
Mhm.
Allo, strength check.
Oh,
Strength
Oh
save, sorry.
no.
Strength save. To see if you can keep
Sorry,
hold
Allo.
of the nose hairs on the that you're on. Because they
I'll
are for.
17.
What was that, sorry?
17.
You do manage to keep hold. As you feel the inhale. I'm going to need a deck save as well from Miasma.
I was outside.
I know.
The big
Okay.
gust of air. Go figure.
11. You are
Oh, wait,
pulled in as
it's
it
not deck save.
inhales.
Oh, it's the same
Oh,
anyway.
wait, yeah, no, that's a deck. Yeah, deck
No,
save,
it's the
sorry.
same anyway.
Okay.
It's
So,
the same
yes,
anyway.
you are pulled in. As
Do
this
we
thing
need that?
inhales and then exhales. I'm going to need you to make me another. You can let go if you want to, because you may get a. Well, first things first, before I even say this, make me a wisdom check, Allo.
Right.
Look, it's not me.
That's a 6.
Oh no.
You're not 100% sure if when this thing sneezes you'll be blown back out or not. So it's
Heaven
up to you
forbid
if
I
you.
end up hitting the top and then just falling in.
That is true. So you can. You've got two options here. Do you let go or do you keep on clinging?
I'm probably going to keep on clinging because
Make me another strength save then.
I'm so sorry, Rala.
that's a 6.
No.
So as the large gust of air blows outwards this time, you actually lose grip of the nose hairs. Purely due to the fact that you're probably grabbing onto some of the green goop that's been in here as well.
Oh,
Ah!
And Miasma, yep, as soon as you're inhaled, you're also exhaled.
High speed bullet, 5'8" bullet.
Allo,
Eh?
I am going to need now an odds or evens from you.
Oh no. Odd. I think she said.
yay!
You are exhaled, but not hitting the roof to the point where it falls just downwards. You've hit the roof and follow the curvature of it, and are blown out of the room as well, along with Inferno and a large goop of the yellow goo. Not the yellow goo, the green goo. Unfortunately,
just
because you two are
bullets.
doing this, I am going to need another odds or evens. This time,
Unfortunately,
from
what you all didn't know is the boogers aren't actually boogers. It's gel. Sitting
It's
in
black
acidic gel.
so I'm going to need odds or evens. First things first, from Trickstem. No, wait, Trickstem.
What?
First of all, make me a deck save, Trickstem. Oh yeah, no. You turn around as you hear another sneeze, and yeah, these two are flying towards you along with the goop.
Oh crap.
So yeah, I'm going to need a odds or evens now from first things first from Trickstem.
Odds.
You hit the side of the wall. You hit the side of the mouth, basically. Miasma, odds or evens.
Evens.
You're blown
Fuck.
into the mouth. Allo. Odds or evens?
Evens.
You're also blown into the mouth.
Oh, there's evens for the snot.
Grace is literally
Odds.
watching a fucking Scooby-Doo episode go.
Trickstem,
I mean,
Hi.
as you try and just get off the wall straight out them, you are caught in the green goop.
Ah!
And yeah, I am going to have to roll something now with advantage, given 2 of them went in.
It's over.
Yeah, the teeth claws down, and you two find yourselves trapped in that room.
That to make it very unpleasant for this thing if it does not open its mouth.
So, based on what is Grace currently seeing right now in
Grace,
terms of?
you watched Miasma walk over to the nose hole, cast
Yeah.
Burning Hands, and then get sucked in before being sneezed out along with Allo and a large glop of snot.
Wouldn't that mean
Which
they're falling downwards into?
no, because the nostril is facing forwards, therefore it's going straight across.
Oh right. Okay, so they're still in the
Yeah,
nostril.
like the nostril is basically the doorway. So the sneeze would be excluding a wind thingy that would pretty much be going like that.
Oh, right, okay.
So you would be fine. You won't be caught in that. But you will definitely see them two come flying out. Trickstem just about managing. Trickstem does get hit by them, but gets knocked into the wall, while they get blown into the mouth. Before Trickstem can get up to try and do anything, he gets caught in this snot and the mouth closes. So you just see 2 rows of teeth, like a row of teeth on top and a row of teeth on bottom, just clamp shut, as if it's made a new door.
Alright. What should we be doing right now?
Codi, you heard the notice sneeze.
Meh.
As you're just dodging out the way of this hand, trying to grab you. You said that you were keeping hold of the sword as well, didn't you?
Yeah, the sword's still in its eye, and I'm just holding on to it like.
In that case, I'm going to need you to make me a dex save with disadvantage.
Okay.
Alright.
This hand's changing tactics.
So this is why.
It tries to whack me towards it.
It's
The
not
sword's
whacking you
just-
towards it. It's more just doing a flat open palm, and it's just going to kind of slap the ground as if you're trying to swat a fly. And yeah, with that 8, you have failed. You're taking full damage.
Whabam! You know what the best part is?
Take 13 damage, Cody.
Oh!
It's just like you just dodge it all over the
Slap.
side, like, aha! Just hand kind of goes, and I imagine it just like, as soon as it lifts up, the cartoony accordion just like that. Given we have defined that Cody can't cartoony shapeshift.
I'm going to point out, I am now going to be holding my other sword up.
Yeah, now that you know that it's done that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Given it is technically
again.
blinded at the moment, it won't know that the sword's there.
Just there, kind of there, like, do it again. I fucking dare you.
Bitch.
Grace calls for a regroup. Anyone who can physically get back to the sort of main, area where we initially were.
Trickstem, you're not pinned to the wall, Trickstem, so you can regroup. Banflith, I believe you had an idea.
I can regroup. I am polymorphing into Chomp Chomp. Now there are 2 of me.
Chomp Chomp isn't a beast, he's a construct.
Ah, that's true. Shit. Damn. Then I am polymorphing into a cat.
That will work.
And Chomp Chomp and a cat will walk up to Grace and sit on the ground.
Yep.
Cody's
Go on.
Like,
Cody, are you
busy.
Okay. Grace, you hear Cody shout she's a bit busy. Given the arm that's stretching from one room into the room that she's in, you can assume why.
Okay. Okay. She looks to who she assumes is thingy. Forgetting names. Help.
The walls are trembling at this point, by the way, because of, a nostril being set on fire.
What's I'm forgetting party names. What's the tree?
Banflith.
Call again. Bamfleth. Sorry.
And
Okay. So she looks to who she assumes is Bamfleth, and she's like, "Okay, first things first. We need to get. We need to go and help. Cody. Do you know how to pry open those teeth?"
Maybe just
have an
start.
idea, and he just kind of poofs back into a tree. Yeah, I think I could manage opening the mouth.
You want me to like put far enough so that I could get in, and obviously then you could hopefully like follow at some point. But let me get in after me as you hold it open.
I mean, I don't think you'll have to have much of an issue getting in and out unless this mouth is a hell of a lot stronger than I think it is. But we will find out as we go.
Well, that is happening. Allo and miasma, as you're in this mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the tongue starts to thrash, starts to squirm. Mainly because, like, if you're eating something, you get like a cat or something in your mouth, and it's just like, yeah, I don't like it. The
Yeah, so
mouse,
basically I've just become a giant unpleasant her in the mouth.
yeah, it's pretty much like someone's eating a tiny furball and it's in the mouth. It's like, yeah, yeah. It's
Tiny kiwi.
yeah. So I'm going to need deck saves from you both.
Alright,
This is going well.
16.
Ew,
I'm going to need to be
those are
honest in that
terrible.
room.
Allo, you managed to ride the tongue. You managed to try and avoid being squished anywhere. Miasma, yeah, no, you hit the ceiling as the tongue raises up.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be as much damage as the hand.
What are we
Not
talking?
enjoying being in this mouth.
Well,
Uh,
we'll have you out soon, my dear.
take
I'm gonna just
take 8 damage,
can I
miasma. Go on,
can I try to play some here?
go on.
Mildly?
I'm actually wanting
Can I
to cast
teleport out?
something.
As a measure of taking that, you may take half damage and teleport 30 foot away without.
Take it through the wall. The teeth.
Okay, here's the interesting part now. Because you've been bounced around, you hit the roof, and as you do so, you take the damage. But that doesn't say up to 30 foot, it says 30 foot exactly away.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know the exact size here.
Also, given you've been thrown about a bit, it is going to be a case of
I want to figure out which direction I'm going.
pretty much. So I'm going to say, roll me a wisdom check.
Oh no, no wisdom, my worst stat besides strength.
Uh, 6.
6. Okay. Mainly put this was just to try and do something. Like I'd split this up into 4 ways of how this could go. 1 to 5 would have been a case of you've been 2 days to try and work it out, so it wouldn't have worked because you would have maybe have ended up in a wall.
Oh no, I would have killed me,
1 to 6, however, you do manage to warp away, and you find yourself still in your let down position from being squished on the roof in what seems to be a narrow little room. Yeah, again,
Am I in
hers.
between the teeth?
No,
Sorry.
no. But what you do find is there are hers around you, and yeah, your face is very, very near a large glob of yellow, waxy substance.
Ew.
I'm an ear, damn it.
Yep, you've poured it into the ear behind Grace.
Hi.
So yeah, Grace, you just kind of see a little bit of a flash come from behind you. And as you look back, you just see like Miasma's tails and paws sticking out.
What? I believe Grace was. Wait, is the? I
I'm
believe Grace
sorry
was
for
going.
abandoning you.
I believe Grace was going for where the mouth was, right? Though, because obviously
Oh yeah,
Cody
yeah,
was
but
fighting the
before
thing on the
you
mouth.
started walking, this would have happened when they went into the mouth. So just
I'm
before you
not.
start
Oh,
walking,
sorry. That type of things.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
just before you start walking away from the ear, you see the flash. You just see Miasma in the ear.
I'm not in
Okay.
the mouth, just FYI.
I know you're not in the mouth. Why did I say Cody?
Michael said Cody in mouth, and I was like, what?
But
As for
the hand to the mouth. Those things. I was confused.
The hand's not in the mouth. The hand's in the, like, towards the room that I'm in with the eye in it.
Allo,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, the eye. That's where she was going then.
if
I
you're
was trying
doing
to get
that,
to.
Allo,
Sorry.
make me a melee spell attack.
I will be
Yeah.
making this at 4th level as well. So
Because
Yeah.
even though I could say, quite literally, you're surrounded by flesh, it also depends on whereabouts you're trying to hit this thing, because I'm assuming you're going to be trying to go for the tongue.
it's a 19.
Yeah. As you're clinging onto this tongue, you just let that pulse through it. And here's the interesting part. Because if I recall right, hang on,
I tried to cast magic on it earlier.
you tried to cast Blight on it earlier.
Did, and Blight did 50 damage.
Which
and
is
it did
damage.
nothing. Yep.
Yes, but that's
And
the thing.
Ranna's using necrotic damage here.
Oh, is she?
Yes,
Inflict wounds is necrotic, so.
it is. But there is a difference to this.
This is physical damage.
No. Because this will indeed do damage, so roll your damage there. Allo. The difference is, well, first things first, we'll see if the characters work it out.
That is 42 damage.
Yep. So the tongue thrashes and just kind of drops you off onto the bottom of the mouth as it basically looks like a giant fleshy snake writhing around now.
Let me out!
You can make me a quick wisdom check there, Allo. Just purely due to the fact that you know this is the same damage type as Blight, but Blight didn't work and this did. Let's see if you can work that out.
I got a natural 20.
That's fine. Otherwise, I would have had to kind of try and refer with Banflip as well on this. But you know that Blight doesn't work on constructs. This thing technically counts as a construct.
Told you it was a building.
It's not so much that it's a building. This thing could technically be classified as a gigantic flesh golem, which are constructs.
Fun! Anybody know Shatter?
Me, but I'm stuck in the fucking ear.
I'm still in the mouth!
Oh god, you cast Shatter in the ear, just deafen it.
That could actually work. That could actually work.
Well, while this is
That's an idea.
while Allo's doing things, Banflip is going to pull out a very specific pine cone from his chest that belongs to a redwood,
Okay.
an ancient redwood, and he's going to put it in the teeth and cast plant growth,
Okay.
encouraging it to grow big and strong at all costs.
So this thing is going to make a strength save. Yeah, I just need to remind myself what I've given this thing for strength. Obviously it's +5 because, you know, gigantic type of creature.
B.
You just got, like, freaking Cody going, everyone's like, I'm in the ear, I'm fighting off a
So,
giant head!
as
You're fighting a giant eyeball.
the acorn tries to grow into the tree.
Both.
The teeth are crushing down on the tree and are actually preventing it from growing upwards.
How much space has the tree made?
Between the teeth,
Mhm.
ooh, let me think about that, because there would have been some growth before it started crushing down, because it ran in at 20. So I would say probably enough that you can see Allo in there trying to escape, but not enough that she could squeeze through. Probably like enough that you could get an arm through.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. What if she? Okay, so she's gonna go for a quick like polymorph into like a little like with something like a hummingbird, just be able to like zoom through.
Oh,
Okay.
see, I was gonna say something out of character. I was gonna say something a little different. Because as long as you ask Allo if she is willing, and willing to take your assistance to get out, she is within the 60-foot range, most likely, that you could actually cast it on her,
That is true.
and she would be able to turn into something that will get herself out.
Right. Huh.
Polymorph,
Okay.
motherfuckers. It's actually ranged.
All right.
Be
You know
right
what?
back.
Sure. She's I mean, I guess she would do that then.
Yep,
Cast it
so
on.
Allo, are you willing?
I am willing, but what is going on?
You are having polymorph cast on you.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
reactionary thing to get you out of the sort of mouth and tongue area. And
So is there anything in particular you are turning into, Allo? Or is it the person
Preferably
that casts polymorph that
something.
chooses?
I think it's the person that casts it that chooses, unless
chooses,
we agree
yeah.
on something.
Well, assuming this gap, I assume that this gap that's currently, yes, considering she can fit an arm through, she'll turn Allo into like a hummingbird.
Okay.
I would say.
Allo,
I mean,
you
we
are
could probably turn me into something that's most unpleasant for him to spit out.
Well, right now, her thinking is, because she doesn't know the full structure, her thinking is if this creature were to spit or drop any of us out of any of its facial holes, we might just fall to a long, you know, fall down for a long time before dying. So she prefer to
Right.
keep it all in the head.
So you are now a
Okay.
hummingbird.
Well, the fun part's going to be getting out without getting crushed by the tongue.
Uh,
Or the teeth, for that
the
matter.
hummingbird is so small, I don't believe the vibrations will be felt on any of the walls unless you decide to fly close to them. So you should be fine. Because by the time it feels vibrations on the teeth, you'll have flitted out of there.
Right. Is this tiny white hummingbird just zipping out of the mouth?
Yep.
As soon as she's clear, just obviously like obviously uncasts the thing yet as soon as Allo's clear.
Yep. So, Allo, as soon as you exit out of the mouth, you feel polymorph fade, and you just kind of go crashing to the fleshy floor.
Oh, sorry. You okay?
Yeah. And she just immediately starts circling Grace. What was that? Can you do it again? That was fun.
Hello, can someone deal with the giant hand trying to crush me?
And
Personally.
Speaking of which, it is going to go for another one, given enough time has passed.
Could you potentially go help Cody? And is there anyone else in there with the tongue in the mouth?
No, because Miasma warped herself out and is in the ear still.
What's speaking of that, Leigh? Can I see the eardrum from here?
That is actually a good point. Because, like, unlike the rest of
This
the body
is.
where I roughly know how the anatomy works, I don't know how far
I'll
down an
send you a
ear
picture.
canal the eardrum
Let
would
me
be.
Ears aren't actually that large. Like the ear canal. Hang on, let me have a
Actually,
diagram.
to be fair, I kind of know because I poked myself in it a couple of times.
That doesn't sound handy.
It isn't.
But
It hurts.
yeah, that's not good. Don't do that, Leigh.
It's because my
Don't
ears.
do that. I care.
It's
I
because
care
like
for your hearing.
I will state this.
Because you need
This
to
is a
hear
bad
me talk my bullshit.
This is
Here's
a
an
bad
image.
habit I've got. Like my ears get itchy sometimes because they just get too blocked up. So I use a stylus. And yeah, the stylus has gone in too far at points. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
work
I've
out on
used
the
a pencil
stylus now how
sometimes.
far
Don't
that
worry.
is, and then scale it up. So it's like there, that far. Scale that up. What's your dark vision range?
Do I have a dark vision range? Let me just test. I'm a Tabaxi, so theoretically I should, but knowing this, I probably don't. I don't have dark vision.
You don't have dark vision at all.
No, Meowth doesn't have dark vision. She lost it because the Fae fucked with her eyes, I guess.
Ah, okay. So yeah, you are in. Given that you went away from Grace's candle, you are definitely in full darkness now.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to. Let me just look at my cantrips quickly. Is minor illusion allowing me to make a light?
It also stinks in here, it should be noted, because Grace's candle did singe a few ear hairs.
Yeah, hang on, let me just say illusion, sound. You can create a sound. If you create an image of an object, you can't. Oh, can't create light. Okay. Well, okay.
Cody, I am going
I
to need a dex
really
save.
don't. I don't
What?
want these.
I'm going to need a dex save from you, Cody.
Okay. I'm holding up my sword. Does
I
that
know.
assist?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Is it
I'm
still
gonna
with,
do. Sorry, keep going, Dion.
is it still with disadvantage?
If you're holding your other sword, yes. $15 actually just about passes, so you'll only be taking half damage.
Oh,
I'm gonna
So
do this again.
take 8
Yeah.
damage and
Probably.
roll your damage for your sword that was held up.
1 second. 19. That's obviously a thing, but 8 damage.
Yeah, you didn't have to roll to hit, but because
Well, I had to roll hits
I know
at
you
the
did.
thing.
I know. But I mean, you didn't have to worry about what number came up for the 2 hit. Because quite literally, it was coming down on it. And as soon as it does so, as you roll and get clipped just by like the side of a finger, you see this thing recoil. Yeah, again,
Take that, you bastard.
best description I could give is if you prick yourself with like a needle or something, it's like like that happens.
Take that, you bastard.
okay. Right, so Grace is just gonna holler to Miasma to please get out the ear and follow, and she's gonna head up to where Cody is.
Yeah. Miasma, I believe you were doing something in the ear first.
Yes, I'm gonna do this again to get some light.
Okay. So you cast Burning Hands in here. This
Yeah,
is a point where I actually have to look up something.
burn the
The
ear.
temperature at which earwax melts.
Ugh.
Does earwax burn?
No, do you mean to test it?
I imagine
I
it would
can't-
melt before it burns.
Yeah, it would melt. Like it's
Yeah.
technically like a wax type of waxy substance, so it probably
Like
would
the
melt
worst part
first.
is I remember this being done on what's its name?
Right.
Like other waxes, earwax will melt with the increased heat of warm water. So yeah, technically
Actually, that's
earwax
true,
can
yeah.
melt.
Yeah, it softens.
Yep.
Oh,
So
we
as you
add
do
hot.
this, yet again, a foul smell hits your nostrils as you smell burning hair and melting earwax.
Can I see at least? Can I see if there's
Yep, you do see
if there's this?
the eardrum further down.
How far is it roughly? In terms of feet?
Let's say 50 foot.
50 foot? Alright, cool.
I will also need a con save from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Con save. Fuck's sake. I'm refreshing.
I rolled well for the con save. Oh, that was bad. I'm refreshing now. I'm getting shit rolls.
Yeah.
So first things first. It
That's
will
a
need to make
really
the
good.
con
Like that's
save.
a really good shadow roll though. Look at that.
It is. And it actually failed it. It actually failed the con
Oh,
save.
oh shit.
So
Both of us failed our con saves, I'm assuming.
I'm just
Why are
going
you
to
making?
What?
Why are you making a con save?
I'll tell you
I
why.
don't know.
Because I know that is a 10-foot radius sphere, so the shatter won't be affecting her. She'll be
Well, that's
hearing
what.
the echoes of it, sure, but not enough that it'll deafen her or take damage. Miasma does throw up a bit though
Well, okay, that's
from the
understandable.
smell. From the smell, and also because you're quite literally watching that giant mound of wax that was right near your face slowly melt down, and it just starts to soak into your fur and your robes.
You're gonna need a deep bath.
I
Ugh.
know. I know. This is
Uh,
payback for me ditching and get. This is payback for me tossing you into the moat and running away.
Grace,
I
as
always get
you
karma shoved on my ass. Don't worry about it.
Grace, as
Yeah.
you approach the ear to try and help out Miasma, you start to see the melted earwax pooling out of it.
Not even imagining the smell of it either.
Oh yeah, and it started
Yeah.
to smell really bad from there too.
She just like curses in Faye before just reaching out to pull her out. Reaching
Yeah,
in to
just
pull
pull
her
her
out.
tail, grab her by the tail, pull her out.
First things first,
Uh,
just repeat that for me, would you, Grace? You're cursing
yeah, please do.
in.
She's cursing in Faye. One of her languages is Faye.
That's all I
Well,
needed to
sorry.
know.
I can
Miasma,
hear that. I can
Miasma.
understand Sylvan.
Not only can you understand that, you also know that
You-
that's Fey language. Yeah, your ears do flatten and your eye does twitch a bit, given you don't really have great memories with Fey and Feywild stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming as you're helping her out, Grace.
Mhm.
Well, are you helping her out first?
Yes, yeah, just like
Uh,
getting both like hands in there. If you have to, just yanking her out.
make me a strength check with advantage because, and I hate to say this because this is going to be disgusting, Miasma's lubed up with melted earwax.
Oh.
Ugh.
Quotes legend.
Freaking
18.
constitution save to see if you can actually handle the smell.
No, that comes after.
No, it's literally just that sound.
This
We
is
just throw
strength.
miasma back in the nose, see what happens.
Uh,
Oh, you
roll it.
make the fucking thing throw up.
Roll it again as well, just in case you get higher than an 18. Given it was
Okay.
with
Wait, what?
advantage. To strength save.
Oh, advantage.
Yeah, it was with advantage, so we'll give you the 18, but we'll give you the higher number if this one is higher.
Okay.
The irony
not
of this
high.
is that Meowth was technically she's a necromancer, an electric mage, and a bit more like she's got frost and everything. But that's the only fire spell she has is burning hands.
So you grab hold of Miasma, and you just slide her out. Make me a con
Oh,
save now, the Grace, as the smell hits.
Oh, what a save, eh?
A Constitution saving throw.
Same throw.
Because, yeah, now that
Okay.
you've unplugged it, the smell of burning flesh, her melted earwax, and a little bit of cat sick is filling the air.
Okay, I guess that's. I assume I'm about to pass.
That is a pass.
Okay, she's like,
You feel your stomach
okay.
turn a bit, but you don't throw up.
Just looks to the group. Let's go help Cody now. As she like goes up to where the eye is, just holding her stomach still a little bit.
Yep. And the funniest part is, this creature is now deafened. It won't hear you coming. It will feel, but it won't hear.
You just have Cody in there going, ah!
Like, quite literally, let me just talk through this at the moment. You have deafened this thing. You have blinded this thing. It can't smell well anymore.
Have we
Its
did
taste buds are
did
kind
we
of
ask you?
wrecked.
Did Miasma use Shatter on the ear yet?
Yes,
Yep.
I did.
Oh yeah.
It can't taste
And
well anymore because
it has splinters in its teeth.
yeah, and it can't taste well anymore because its tongue was damaged. The only thing that it still has is touch.
Let's burn that too.
I mean, Cody just stabbed it.
Yeah, good idea. We're just destroying this thing's senses. I'm sorry.
We just have
Like,
Cody in the room going, yeah.
put
I can
fucking
see
Curb Your
everybody,
Enthusiasm
right?
theme and just how badly we're torturing this poor
So,
creature.
as you all head over. Well, I'm assuming you're all heading over. I know Grace is.
Yeah.
Allo just moved. Miasma,
Yeah,
are you heading over?
sure.
I know Banfliff has just gone to the T-junction to help out Uylz by the looks of it.
Yay.
So, Trickstem,
Yes,
what are you doing?
I'll join them.
Okay, so you're all there ready. Miasma, you're kind of soaked through, but then you just glance over and you see Trickstem still caught in the slot.
Be worse.
So do we get up to the thingy then?
Stab.
You get up to the doorway. The arm is kind of blocking it, so if you were going to go through, you'd have to crawl under it.
Cody's just like stabbing at the hand, like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the hand's currently occupied. The arm's currently occupied because the hand. So yeah, she
Yep.
just
So
yeah. So
I am
I
going
will
to
say
need, if people are going to try and enter, I will need dex saves from them. No, wait. What would it be to try and crawl through? Would you say?
To be
That
honest,
sounds like Dex to me.
that sounds like Dex.
Yeah. So maybe dex checks. Miasma and Trickstem, make it with advantage because you are slippery now.
Oh, Lord.
Question.
Yes.
Moved up.
The arm is still
Me.
technically attached to room 1, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's it's the same thing anyway. Right.
What if I cast Wall of Fire in room 1?
Okay. So first things first, let's go through those that we tried to sneak through. Miasma,
Not good.
you slip
Mhm.
through without much issues whatsoever. Trickstem and Grace, you get stuck on either side.
Yeah, she's just gonna turn into a well. She's gonna polymorph into like a. Actually, what can she polymorph into exactly? Is it anything that's more
It's beasts, if I recall right.
beasts? Right, I can't remember. Does like a bear count as a beast or something?
A bird would
Bear!
count.
You want to slip through as a bear.
No, the sort of idea is that she gets annoyed at failing to slide through, so then she turns into something pretty sizey, like a bird, to just like lunge over and
Bird.
A
gets
bear
once
would
and
indeed count as a beast, so you polymorph into a
Mhm.
bear.
yeah,
I will have to quickly look something up for this.
mighty roar. This is a pretty pissed off roar too, because of all this chaos with the.
First things first, what kind of bear?
I was gonna say something to the equivalent of a grizzly, right? Those
You got
like
your
the
brown
thing,
bear,
right?
your black bear, your dire bear, your giant bear, your cave bears.
Oh, right.
I believe grizzly
I guess
bear probably is
diver.
a thing as well.
That's.
Polar bears.
I guess.
Don't think dire bears are challenge rating. That the right challenge rating.
That's a good point. Let me check. Dire bears are
Yeah.
challenge rating 6.
Yeah.
That's too
Are we trying to
high.
squeeze through a gap or something? Like, why would a bear get through a gap
No,
is the
Grace.
thing?
I'm
It's more
assuming
so
it's more
Grace
to
is
try and
going back.
power through.
Ah.
I guess then. It's a power rating of a. I was just checking the spell a minute. One minute.
Biffy,
Oh,
polymorph.
I don't have a I forgot to write a description for it.
I've got it here.
All right.
It needs to be a beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level.
Right. So the target
Because
in this case
players
will
don't
look
have
the
a
hand.
challenge rating, so It would have to be your level.
Right,
So
okay.
what is your level at the moment?
Level 9 at the minute.
So
In terms
technically a
of
dire bear
spells.
would be possible.
Alright, cool, it's possible. Just turn around to that, this big old angry dire
Yep.
bear gonna
This is a large size.
lunge
This is large sized.
over the arm. Yeah, going for the hand.
So I'm going to need now an opposing strength check. Dire bears, by the way, get a +6 to strength, so roll 1d20 +6. And like this is weird. Dire bears get +6 to strength because for some reason this is on a homebrew page for these things. And yet the giant building size thing only gets +5.
Hmm.
Either way, or should I try to squeeze on through and turn into a dire bear? You don't shift the arm. You are still stuck and now feeling constricted. And at the same time, given Trickstem was entering at the same time and got stuck, you are also now constricting Trickstem.
Right.
Allo, though,
Yeah.
you were going to cast a wall of flames in the arm room.
Yeah.
Pop that spell up for us, would you? Let me see this. Yep. Yep, that works. It technically can't make a dex saving throw, because it, oddly enough, given all the size things that's happening at the moment with that door, it is also constricted. All three of you are jammed in that doorway. So as you cast this wall of flames, you just start to see it singe and cook at this arm. The skin starts to bubble and crack as you see blisters forming and bursting, and the flesh begins to sear away.
No reaction from the hand?
The hand looks like it's trying to pull back, but can't, because Diabear has strapped it too. Like, quite literally, at this point, Trickstem and Grace,
When,
you would feel this arm try to pull back.
sorry guys, it was going so much. It went so much better in my head.
It's fine,
Oh
don't
no,
worry
it's
about
going
it.
beautifully. You guys get to watch Allo be a pyromaniac for a little bit. It's fine.
So, yes, this arm is slowly but surely burning away.
Being cooked to death.
Yep. Cody, you're seeing the fingers flail on this hand as it looks like it's trying to pull back.
Cody thinks that Cody's what's causing it.
Oh, do I have to Google this? I get the feeling if I Google this, I'm going to be getting like Virgin Media giving me dirty looks from afar.
Oh,
Virgin
How,
Media kept trying to phone my dad to give him more fucking things, and he's like, I already have some of the better deals. What the fuck? Leave me alone. Stop making me buy more.
how long does it take for an arm to burn off?
So you
This is like fan fiction writer level bullshit for looking up stuff.
How long does it take for an arm to burn
been
through
an
muscle?
interesting session.
I love it. It's like, I'm trying to look up these figures. It's going on about exercise stuff. Like, how long does it take for you to lose muscle mass if you stop exercising?
I
It's-
mean,
I'm gonna recommend you something, Leigh. Leigh. Do you
Yep.
want me to recommend you something?
Go on.
Use Bing.
either that or just have help for the arm.
I was just thinking, do you know those like segments in
You know what?
like
I'll look it
What's
up. How
New?
long does it take for flesh to burn?
Those like
Please don't
songs.
come after me.
It's more for how long does it take for
UK,
muscle
please.
to burn? Because once the muscle goes, then technically it won't be able to do anything with the rest of its arm.
Maybe you should look up how to cooking things.
Oh
like
no, wait, no,
cooking
I
meat.
know something I should be looking up. How long does it take for blood to boil? What is the boiling point of human blood? Approximately the same temperature as water.
Word
So
D&D takes your search
pretty
history.
much. So yeah, you're watching Allo as the blood starts to boil and burst in this thing's arm. And as the flesh begins to just slough away, yeah, I am going to need a couple of checks. First things first, though.
Oh gosh,
50
we've got
constriction.
some Singe Bertha.
Because I'm trying to remember how we did this for Petru.
We did?
Yeah, when Petru went into the frost and started getting constricted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, have fun.
Because it's suffocation rules, technically, now. 50 suffocations. The creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier. When it runs out of breath or is choking, which technically you would be at this moment in time, given that the constriction would have taken the breath out of you, can survive for a number of rounds equal to its con modifier. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 HP and is dying. So I'm going to have to check and see what your... Well, first things first, I need to see what the stats is for a Diaber for con. 50 Diaber, going off the stats I had here, +5. A round lasts for 6 seconds. 6, 12, 30, 40, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, 26, 30 seconds basically you can survive to. And Trickstem, however, can survive for 12 seconds. Because, yeah, con +2 bonus. So, given how fast this is going
Well,
and how
great.
hot this is, technically, before this arm will lose its thingy and just flop, freeing you both.
Yeah.
Trickstem will actually go down to dying and be on death saves, and will need 2 death saves. Grace will need 1 death save.
Wait, what's happening right now?
Grace polymorphed into a Diaber while trying to squeeze through. At the same time as Trickstem. Given the size of these doorways, especially the one towards the eye, the arm, Trickstem, and the Grace Diaber are now constricted and cannot breathe.
Button.
And given how the constriction suffocation rules work, they can last up to how many, like a con bonus thing. And going off that,
Oh,
Trickstem's
this is
con save would have run out 12 seconds in. Grace's 30 seconds in.
okay.
What's death
So at this point, Banfluff is just going to walk up and polymorph the Grace back into a newt
Okay,
and
so
catch them in their hand, and they're going to pick up the Trickstem, and they're going to cast 2 rounds of Cure Wounds,
well,
1 on each.
before you even do that,
Oh,
so you first things first, I'm going to need you to make me a perception, because you
big.
would have felt the walls vibrating and such as Allo cast this wall of flames. So yeah, you turn around,
Bada bing.
you see this giant burr ass sticking out from where the arm's reaching in, just wriggling.
Newt.
Yep. So in doing that, you free up the constriction, meaning that no one goes on death saves,
Oh,
which you would have gotten there just in time to do so to stop Trickstem from even going on to death saves. So Trickstem,
yeah.
you feel air just rush into your lungs again as Grace becomes a newt.
A newt.
Oh, thank God.
I think we'd like to think about things just a bit more, my dear, when you're going into a tight space.
And because
Maybe
the
something
tight
like a
space,
cat next time.
and because the tight space is gone, the arm will rush past.
Nah.
Banfliff, make me a deck save. Allo, make me a deck save.
Just
Eh.
like,
What?
Given that you're still holding Grace, I'm going to say Grace doesn't need to make a dex save. It will go off Banflith's. Trickstem, you was already on the floor prone, so it's fine. I can't
Hand just
remember where
launches
Miasma was when
by.
this was happening. Oh, Miasma already got in the room. So
You already
you
got
would
in
have,
the room.
yeah, you would have been prone as well at that time, so that's fine. As you watch this arm rush past overhead, just backing out of the room. Allo, you dodge out the way. Banflith, it knocks you to the floor, sending Grace flying. And it retreats back into the wall, just creating a large bloody smear on it.
Chomp is gonna chase the Grace.
Okay,
Not gonna desperately try to bat back the flames. So.
well, I
What do you
mean,
need?
you control the wall of flames. You can just dispel it, can't you?
I can, yes.
Yep.
Is it
So,
dead though?
it seems like it has retreated to the point where. Make me a wisdom check, and Chomp Chomp, make me a dex save. Codi, the arm has retreated.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna like just drag my sword out of the eye.
you make me a strength check. I doubt that you're going to fail it, but Allo,
Eh.
you feel like the arm won't come back out because it needs time to heal. Cody,
Just
easily get your
squint.
sword back. If anything, you almost pull the eye out with it.
That was a nice trophy.
Chomp Chomp, you slip in a puddle of melted earwax.
Grace still a newt.
Yep, Grace, odds or evens.
Evens.
Okay. You're not going. You're luckily not going splat on the floor. Instead, you brace yourself for impact,
Sorry.
and you feel yourself just go bloop. And as you open your eyes, all you can see is green around you.
Right, so
You're basically in a giant wad of the snot that got sneezed out onto Trickstem.
Ew.
right, okay, it's just in I assume back in human shape.
Still mute because it's
Oh,
up to
in that case,
Banflip to dispel you.
in that case, she just sort of like scurries out of the ick and back to where she can see the party.
Yeah, I'll allow that because it's not. It's not really like it's going to be too constricting on you.
She'll come out of the thing like,
And a newt's body is slightly hydrophobic.
Exactly.
So swim, swim, swim.
So yes, what we now have, as the hand is retreated, we've got an Allo who is slightly covered in the green stuff,
Okay, sorry
a
about
Codi that is kind of bruised and slightly squished, like her hat's probably dented in. Banflith, oddly enough, looks fine. His leaves just look a bit rustled on his head. Grace is still a newt, covered in snot.
Spots hint.
Yep. Trickstem is also covered in snot. And Miasma stinks of melted earwax and is soaked with it. Like the only way I can describe it is, do you know that picture of like the kitten where it's just thrown up and its chin's dribbly?
What?
Have you not seen that picture of like a kitten where it's...
No, I've never seen that picture.
Have you not?
Nope.
I think it's like a
That's well
picture of like a
clear,
kitten
like,
where it's thrown up. It's like F food up.
As Grace is just like
I will look it up. Picture
Yeah,
of kitten that has thrown up.
I thrown up kitten.
What was that, Michael?
Grace is just like
I'm finding the right one.
tapping on
I'll throw it into voice chat for you.
on your character's foot to hint as a hint.
Which
to get,
voice chat? There's no.
God, stop.
Sorry.
Speak.
Sorry.
as a hint to get turned back. Grace is just tapping on Bamford's foot.
Oh, yes. And he just kind of like pops you back into a thing,
Yep.
walks over to Chomp Chomp, picks Chomp Chomp up, brushes him off, and puts him back on as a backpack.
Thank
Chop
you.
Chop will have soaked up a bit of it as well, unfortunately, but such is the matter of a plush being dropped into liquid.
Yeah. That's
mean,
okay. That's okay.
We
He'll
need to
dry
find
out.
whatever- We need to find whatever makes this thing work and shut it down.
Well, did anyone find a way inside? I mean, I've got an eyeball, but I'd have to dig it out to get in there.
I mean, we could all just takes a few steps, walk down, takes a few more steps the whole way, and go this way, and then just runs down the hallway.
Okay.
Yes, but I like go in its brain.
I mean, you are near the brain. That might shut it down for good, yeah. Just gets up all woozy.
Bradfliff has already gone down the corridor.
Yeah.
Cody, you can make me a wisdom check. No, an intelligence, sorry. An intelligence. Let's see how much you know about the anatomy of peeps. Hack at the flesh and eventually you'll find a brain.
Yeah. By going through its ear that's near its head already, and I can just stab my way through everything else.
Yeah, obviously
With how
Grace is quite-
interestingly the body's set up out of character.
Yeah, with how... Yeah, actually, yeah, I will allow this. Peeps, you can roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Okay, okay. People are passing this so far because this was especially mediums DC. Grace definitely. In fact, Grace gets something extra though.
Ooh.
Allo, yes. Cody, do you want to roll me a wisdom? Wait, I've just realised Trickstem and Grace rolled wisdom saves.
Yeah.
This is wisdom checks.
Mhm.
Although if I recall right for you, Trickstem, it's the same thing. Let me just check.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, then you don't need to re-roll. It's
Yeah, no,
just
for me it
know,
is not.
yeah, I know for Grace, they do get thingy on that as well.
Yeah, I get 9.
You do still get the extra stuff there though, Grace. And we just wait on the Cody for a wisdom. What, sorry?
1 second.
Alright.
Eh.
It's a 4.
Also, they got like some kind of metal song on Eurovision this year.
They usually do have some sort of metal band.
Yeah, it's from Finland again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always Finland.
Yeah. Cody,
Pretty cool, actually.
hack away at the flesh, you'll find a brain eventually. That's how it's always worked.
Pretty much.
Everyone
Flesh is
else?
one.
Yeah, no. Given the fact that an ear is not supposed to be between a nose or a hand and across from a mouth or an eye, there's no guarantee that either of these will be linked directly to a brain, given this is not the normal layout of a body. Grace. In fact, given the whole idea of this being a combined effort of all the bodies that you worked out earlier, you can't even be sure if it's just one brain or several brains that could be in play here.
Okay. So she says, well, we could keep hacking away, but this creature, I'm just going to call it, seems to be a combination of everything it's absorbed. So there could be a brain up there. The more we hack and slash, but there also might not be. Might be interconnected somewhere else.
It'd be a whole cluster of them if you think about it.
With that, actually, she will roll. Like, could there be a knowledge that would answer this question?
The question of what, sorry?
The question of exactly. Well, I guess actually that's kind of thing that what should be. I guess where this thing's
Brain would be.
brain would be, but obviously, yeah.
You would have no idea, unfortunately.
Yeah, figured. So yeah, basically like cluster potentially.
Like, as
There's a
far
lot
as
of
you
potential.
know, it could be one giant central brain somewhere. Could be several little brains scattered around. As far as you know, each of these things could be connected to their own little brain.
Also, Leigh,
Yes?
nearly 10:30.
What's happening at half 10?
It's half 10.
Usually.
It's
Oh,
night.
yeah,
Dark.
I was just. It took me a while to be like, half 10, what's happening at half
I
10?
know that.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, yeah, I just checked. It is coming up to 2.5 hours recording.
But I mean,
So,
just that chaos. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
so with
After all
Banflip
this,
having gone down one way, are the rest of you going to try and do something in these rooms?
um, first off, it's just like Grace is just gonna ask if everyone's present.
No, Banflip already went left.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes to wander off, doesn't he? Let's go follow him, right?
He's
Good idea.
seen on
I
tree.
I lost someone
What
on
did you?
Roll 20 then.
Oh fuck, that was me. Got disconnected.
I were there counting
Yeah,
through the names being like, who would lose?
we should probably go follow them, otherwise we're gonna get separated. Everyone else here?
Oh, like when you pissed off the fucking beholder?
I didn't mean to do that. I sincerely apologize. I really do sincerely apologize for that.
It's at this point where I do have to ask one thing.
Hmm.
Do any of our spellcasters actually have prestidigitation?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think I do.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
In that case, we should.
does Jules have prestidigitation? Let me just check. Because if not, then... Oh, Jules hasn't even written down... Oh yeah, it's because they use D&D Beyond.
He might have Druidcraft, which
Yeah.
is basically Druid's prestidigitation, though.
I mean, I have Druidcraft.
It's just purely because
Oh.
otherwise people are going to be walking around covered. It's not an earwax still.
Oh, well, then in that case, I'll just cast Druidcraft.
Yep, so...
But
If
if
you...
Just
After,
just come out of the thing, just start cleaning everyone.
I should have just read that.
as we're going down to follow, I'm sorry, the tree. Sorry, I'm forgetting names. As we're
Banflip.
going down, Banflip. As we're going down to follow Banflip, because we don't want to get separated. Grace will just turn to Cody and just say, I am truly sorry, and if it's any consolation, my real name isn't actually Grace Martell.
I don't
So,
care.
So,
I just thought I'd tell you to give you the comfort.
so I was just reading that.
Any comfort? That thing's still out there. Looking for you.
Yeah, just from reading that. Druidcraft doesn't clean people.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's just it is prestidigitation. Prestidigitation doesn't clean people either. So the only thing that you can actually do with prestidigitation that I've found that are technically within the physical limits of the spell is whip up a small wind in a room to pick up light objects and swing them around. And I have done that once in this entire campaign, and that was with Ix.
I wonder where
She
the whole
walked
thing...
into a room and swung her umbrella and created a gust of wind using prestidigitation
I wonder where the
to
whole thing comes from then, with people using prestidigitation to clean themselves.
Because it's
because
a
you can create a
cantrip.
gust of wind.
Oh,
So if you
No,
have like
it's not.
water and stuff on you, you can create a
it's
gust of
not.
wind and
Hold on, Raka, that's not it. Prestidigitation specifically says you can clean 1 square foot. So, because
oh,
it's a cantrip, you can just literally repeatedly cast itself
Yeah.
to clean any dirty part of your body.
whereas Druidcraft is you can predict the weather, you can make a flower blossom or anything like that, or you can create a sensory effect such as fallen leaves, a puff of wind, The sound of a small animal or the faint odor of a skunk.
Ugh.
Or you can light a snuff a candle and such. So
Yeah.
yes, prestidigitation won't clean. Druidcraft won't clean anyone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But prestidigitation does because you can just keep repeatedly casting it.
Yeah. So, with that, you're all following Banflip then, I'm guessing?
Sure, I don't really. Like, Cody's just like, I don't particularly care. That thing's still out there. It doesn't give me any comfort. Whether it's your real name or not, it knows you.
He nods and just says, "I'll fix it." Before
Watch there
walking
be
on.
an actual Grace Martell somewhere out there.
Grace, whatever your name is, don't fucking care. But stop apologizing for shit. Seriously.
How much apologies is suspicious?
I released a monster.
Why-
How can I
why-
not
why-
apologize?
Why is Swoop back?
I'm drunk.
Is it-
Fuck off. Okay,
I
in all
really-
seriousness, I just added this at the wrong voice. Sorry, Dion. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I realized it's boots. I keep doing that.
Michael,
It's just, I released a monster and you're clearly mad at me, so how can I not be sorry?
I'm not particularly mad at you. I hate this place, if that's not been so obvious.
No, it's
Hmm.
awful. It's awful
Yeah.
place.
No,
It's not nice.
Fruit, come on, Fruit. We need to wait our days tomorrow.
Shh.
Like,
In all
dude,
seriousness,
like, look, I don't fucking care. We fought worse shit. But at the same time, don't go wandering off on your own and wake up abominations.
Okay.
Point taken. Point taken.
So, as you all... Oh, gone.
No, she just ends by saying, point taken.
I thought Miasma was trying to say something too, though.
I know I just had an intrusive flow. Like, maybe I should just know. Maybe I shouldn't.
Okay. So, as you all carry on, you do find that this way does lead to what at first looks like a staircase downwards, until you realise it's less stairs and more just a slippy slope. As if the flesh has grown so far over the stairs, there are no stairs anymore. It's just a
I
slope.
was. Oh, okay, sorry. Ignore me.
And
Mhm.
the thudding and the heartbeat is louder down there.
Why,
The heartbeat we're hearing.
Leigh?
Yes.
Shut the
Why?
door.
Why do I have a bag of sand?
Oh yeah, because remember, someone turned something to sand. I believe.
Was it Oni?
I think it was Oni.
I have a
So it's
bag
a bag of
sand.
Oni. It's a bag of Oni, not a bag of sand.
I'm gonna change the name of that then. Okay.
Oh yeah, because someone did pick up the ashes. If I recall right, you should have dropped that off in his grave.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay, I'll delete it then.
Either way,
Because I put it there.
as you stand at top of this slope with the heartbeat louder, we're going to end it there for this week.
I was about to say, do you want me to hit up electricity? That way we can throw it off.
You're terrified of electricity.
Yeah, but it can be useful sometimes. Just doesn't mean I just have to close my eyes.
And if you close your eyes,
Does it almost feel like we've been here before?
That, or I could just
when
get
you
my
shot
familiar
the,
to it.
when you shot fell and escaped your.
Hey, it's
So
just
sad about that. See, if she had done that, if that had happened to Chomp Chomp, there's a backup. Chomp Chomp is technically like what allows him to live and be himself is the fact that he was created very specifically and that the gem acts as like a heart. Vel did not have one of those. Vel cannot just be reinstated, whereas Chomp Chomp can be reinstated and changed.
no. The literal theme of next week will be shut through the heart.
And you're deadly.
Speaking of Dion,
Yes?
Can you send me back my bunny?
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
I've still got hold of this throw.
Doesn't matter if you send it back or not.
So we ended with what? Have we ended the recording, or are we?
Not
Well,
yet,
let's sign off.
because I do still need to sign us out. With the whole thing
Yeah.
of...
Alrighty, guys, thank you
Really?
for watching. We're the Devil Darlings. We love you. We're not going to be singing an outro tonight, but we do really care.
The
So have a
end of
beautiful
every bit. Is
afternoon.
it the intro? Wait, is that the intro?
That's the, yeah.
So that's the extra today. We're just leaving.
Like,
We're
Give him
packing
what-
up and we're leaving.
what Leigh's got to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Leigh. I'm sorry for the fact that I'm a bit. I'm not tired.
It's
I
fine.
feel like it's 90%. I feel like it's more caffeine than anything. I'm just really hyper right now.
Same. I've been drinking Monster.
That's pretty much, yeah. That.
See, we need that with you for tomorrow. I feel like that would be
Leigh,
just Echo on a
again.
magic juice.
Leigh, again, to point something out here, or I might not be there tomorrow as well because today was just cleaning. Tomorrow was renovation.
That's
like
fine,
proper
no worries.
renovation.
Just
That's
let
fine, no
David
worries.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, we might not be on tomorrow. We don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Okay.
point because he is doing the moving.
Oh
thing
yeah,
soon.
he is. Yeah, he's doing the whole. He said at the end of the month he's doing some.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
And David might be moving this week. We don't know yet.
What's that? What's that biz then? Did someone just invite me to something on Pokemon Go? No, a friend sent me a gift. Either way, I've got to do this thing because I did promise it. Oh, Mrs. Dion, bring me a dream.
A dream of monsters and shit unseen. We're out of sync. We'll play D&D until daybreak.
Mrs.
Mrs. DM, don't be late.
That was the saddest extra I have ever heard.
It's the first time I've sung in ages. Like I keep accidentally weaseling myself out of it.
Mrs. DM,
Like I never
bring
get
me a
rolled, or if I
dream
do, I'm
of
ever got a
monsters
cold or something.
and shit unseen. We'll play D&D until daybreak. Oh, Mrs. DM, don't be late. Cause bitch, if you're late, I am gonna have to fly over there, and you will not make it.
I love the
Love you.
Have you ever seen a moment where one of the players deemed the outro so dissatisfactory that they redo it themselves?
What's Raka?
Anyway,
I'm the picky one.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Let's
And
be
we'll
happy
see you
I
all,
sung it.
We will see you all next time on the Devil Darlings.
Goodbye. I'm sorry for being a pain sometimes.